Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to check fresh release from Eduard. As you can see, that's a limited edition kit in 1/48 scale, which is named as Afrika, and it copies BF109F4 and BF109G2, so it's a dual combo as it's written here, and now it's available for purchase and we have a chance to check commercial sample of this kit. Let me remind you that we are gathering money for the new camera. You can help us by pressing donate button on our website. It is done via PayPal, and of course you decide the amount we will get from you, and be sure that it will be used for the new photo and video equipment, which will improve quality of those video and photo reviews. So as you can see, box here is quite typical for Eduard's limited editions in 1/48 scale. Here you can see comparison with my hand. And then on the side we have all 12 marking options which are included into this kit, so don't forget that you can copy 2 out of those. And here we have some information about the kit, where it is made and what is needed for assembly. And here we can see a list of bonuses for this limited edition. So there are plastic parts for etched details and painted masks for 2 complete models, as I said before. Cartograph decals for 12 marking options, and of course Brazil dust supercharger intake and dust fillers. There are 2 pieces of those. That's the top opening box, and here is what we have inside. So as you can see, there is plenty of space inside, so no worries about possible damage. We are going to start with those clear sprues, which are packed into the separate plastic bags. Just give me a second. I will remove the first one. And here we have, yes, one part broken off, because it should be like this, and I guess due to the pressure from the top lid, because somebody put it on the top of all sprues, it was broken off. It's not damaged, but I mean, I would rather recommend to check plastic sprues before the purchase if you can. Here we have canopy parts, as I said before. Moulding quality, as you can see, quite nice, and of course we should have masks included, so no worries about possible masking issues when you try to get the sticker exactly the same shape as this or that transparent part. Then we have another clear plastic sprue. This one is designed for G version of this aircraft. Here it is, and note that there will be some parts left because they are designed for some other modifications, not for the G2 but for some later editions of this aircraft. Next we have first gray set of gray plastic sprues. They're packed into the same plastic bag, and I'll show them in a second. Okay. So here we have 3 plastic frames with wing parts, and I'm not sure what is the difference here. So the main difference, I would say, is this bulb over main landing gear bay, and also I think some minor things here on the bottom wing half. I'm not sure why we have 3 plastic sprues. Maybe it is somehow connected with G version of this aircraft, but as you can see, parts division is quite typical for this kit. Then we have 2 fuselage parts, and those will be used for G and F version of this aircraft. As you can see, there are some minor differences between them, so be sure to use the right option. Actually, I'll just take a careful look, because I think they are absolutely the same, these plastic sprues. So I guess you will have to do some modifications in order to copy another version of the aircraft. Then we have set of large plastic sprues. These are absolutely identical, so I will show you only one, because as I said, they carry the same set of parts, of gray plastic parts for internal and external detailing. Okay, I'm removing it. So here is the first plastic sprue. Here we have several types of the propellers. As you can see, they are molded together with blades. Then here is the cockpit for dashboards, landing gear wheel wells parts, separately molded tires, separately molded wheel rims, external fuel tank hubs, propeller hub, and everything is molded nicely. For example, I can zoom into these cockpit parts, and as you can see, they are nicely detailed and they should look even better after careful painting. And of course, that's a limited edition kit, so we will replace some of those with PE parts. And also here you can take a look at wheels, which also look quite impressive. Note that some parts will stay for your spare box, so you can use them in some future projects. That's also quite a nice bonus, I would say. And then last grey plastic sprue is dedicated to external elements. Here we will find air intake, for example, fuel tank house, also elevators, rudder, again several types of the rudder. Here we have external machine gun gondolas. Here are the front slats, here are ailerons, here are flaps, tail wings. So all these elements are molded separately, and all these elements will have to be attached one by one. Why we have resin air intakes? Because in the original kit there should be assembled out of two halves, and it might be a bit tricky to get the smooth finish between such small parts. So I guess that's why it was decided to use resin parts. And of course, for aircrafts which were flying in Africa, we need also dust filter, which is supplied together with resin air intake. Here you can see them both. So these are standard bonuses for this limited edition, and they look quite nice, noticeably better than what we saw on original plastic parts. So I think it's worth using those elements on your aircraft and getting better detailing in 1/48 scale. Even though they might look small, once you apply them on your kit, difference will be quite noticeable, I would say. So it's worth using them in your project. Now we can move on to various bonuses which are supplied in this kit. So for example, here we have pre-cut masks for the canopy, and I think they will be handy for nice result and simple and easy paint work on your aircraft. Then we have first PE thread, which is designed for F4 version. As you can see, it is pre-painted. We have dashboard and seat belts, of course. So once you get those parts into the cockpit, you will get, let's say, noticeably different result in 1/48 scale. Then we have separate PE thread for G2, which is noticeably different from what we saw in F version. I'm not sure why. Well, here is the answer. Just give me a second. Here is why. Because we have also separate, not pre-painted PE thread for F4 version. And as you can see here, we have rudder pedals, also some air intake meshes, and some other minor elements. So we get all the same elements for both versions. Next we have quite big decal sheet with all necessary symbols, so just give me a second to open it. And we will check closer what is printed there and who made this decal sheet. So here you can see it. It is quite big, as I said before. It is printed in cartograph, and note that stencils are included with this decal sheet. So here we have BF109G stencils, and here BF109F stencils. Also there are some decals for the cockpit. Swastika is also included, so basically you get all necessary symbols in order to copy German aircrafts. And then we have assembly manual, which is printed in typical Eduard design, I would say. We have short history note in Czech and English on the first page. Then we have parts map, and note that many parts won't be used in this kit, so you have them left for your spare parts. Then we have assembly process of the BF109F4. We continue with wings. Here we have air intakes, canopy attachment, landing gear attachment, and then there is a separate guide for G2 version. And again, I would say Mostly all actions are approximately the same as what we saw in F version. So you just assemble your aircraft and move on to the marking guide. As you remember, there are 12 marking options. Those will be mostly finished in this ROM 79 color. Then here we have quite unusual camouflage versions, and those might be interesting as well. And of course stenciling guide on the last page for G2 and F4 version. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, this kit is already available on official Eduard website, and you can write your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.